Good afternoon. Michael Dinney here, and welcome to Hatha Yoga and Meditation. So we'll get the best of both today. We'll move our bodies around a little bit, do a nice shavasana, and then follow it up with some sitting meditation, maybe about 5 minutes or so, so not too long. I'll start off in standing today. You can find yourself in mountain pose with the feet about hip width apart. Engage your legs and lift and spread all of your toes. As you create a contraction through the front of the thighs, and then play with shifting forward and back, bringing more weight into the toes and the balls of the feet. You can even try lifting your heels for a moment, and then put the weight back into the heels, leaning back a little bit, and play around with that action. And the main thing to connect with at this moment is connecting more with the balls of your feet. As you lean forward, maybe you can also roll your shoulders back, opening the chest up. And then standing up tall, engage the front of your thighs. Now the next part of a great mountain pose is connecting to the strength of the buttocks and the smaller glute muscles, which is a little bit trickier to do. The bigger glutes are kind of easy to connect to. So for that connection, we'll take the arms forward, bend your knees, and then consciously contract the buttocks to stand up. Take an inhale to reach forwards, bend the knees, and then exhale to stand up. And we'll do a few more like that. Inhale, reach forward, knees bending. Exhale, standing. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, standing. And last one. So we use the buttocks to come all the way up. And now for the hard part, which is the smaller glute muscles. So for that connection, we'll step the left foot back just a few inches. Stay on your left toes and bring your hands at your waist. Roll the shoulders up and back. Do a few of these big circles. And then with your chest opened, push off the tips of your left toes or lift the left foot. This is going to load up your right leg a little bit more. And just breathe. Now try tipping forward a little bit. The leg comes up, the heart goes forward, and then come back to a more upright position. And repeat that a few more times. Keep the quadriceps contracted at the front of the right thigh. That's going to help you access those smaller glute muscles I've been mentioning. Glute medius and minimus if you wanted to look it up. And then last one. Then we'll switch legs. So planting the left foot, lean over the ankle. Right foot steps back a bit. Push off the right toes. And then very slowly try lifting your right foot. Quadriceps strong in the bouncing leg. So you could stay here. Next we can play with it, tipping forward a little bit and then coming back to an upright stance. So 5 more repetitions. Could be a big movement or a smaller movement you choose. And then come back to mountain pose. Good, so try to bring that awareness into how you're standing in mountain. The front of the thighs are strong. The back of the legs are also strong. And with your arms by your sides, take an inhalation to reach the arms straight up to the sky. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the arms down by your sides. Inhale, reaching straight ahead, palms face each other. And then exhale, turn the palms away from each other and bring the arms down. Again, inhale, lift the arms. And then palms face away. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, lowering the arms. Last one. Inhale, lift the arms up. This time on the exhale, bend your knees and fold. You can bring the hands to the thighs, back of the legs, or touch the floor. Inhale halfway up, pushing off the fingertips. Exhale, fold again, bend your knees. And then before you come up, look straight ahead, arms out like wings. Inhale, contract the buttocks and come up. Exhale, relax in mountain pose. And we'll do a few more. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold, bending the knees, hands to shins, or touch the floor. Inhale to a half lift, fairly straight spine. Exhale, fold again, bowing the head in. Lift the chin. Inhale, come all the way up, using the strength of the legs. And exhale, mountain pose. Last one. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward, trying to keep the back straight for the first bit, and then feel free to round your spine at the end. Inhale, half lift, head comes up. Exhale, fold forward again. Bend your knees more, lift the chin. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms at sides in mountain pose. And then full sun salute. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Right foot steps back to a lunge. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back to down dog. Inhale to plank pose. And then exhale, lower to the floor or modify in table pose like me. Inhale to a back bend. It could be cobra pose or this form of table. Exhale from the core, rounding your back. Downward dog or puppy dog to modify like me. And we'll stay for about 3 breaths. You can lower the head down, relax the back of the neck. Stay strong in your core. Good, one more. So you can stay in down dog. If you're in puppy dog, bring your hands under your shoulders for table. With an inhale, lift the right leg, bend the knee. Exhale, right foot forward near the hand. Inhale, left foot steps forward, half lift. Exhale, fold head to knees. And inhale, come all the way up, lift the arms. Exhale, mountain pose. And take a resting breath in. Resting breath out. Round 2. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left foot steps back, lunging. Exhale, downward facing dog, pushing the hips back. Inhale, high plank, spread the shoulder blades. Exhale, table position or lower to the floor. Inhale, back bending, cobra pose. Exhale, from the core, puppy dog again or downward dog again, your choice. And we'll take about 3 slow breaths, pushing out through the hands and drawing the hips back. So if you're in puppy dog, come back to table. Inhale, left leg up, bend the knee. Exhale, step the left foot near the hand, somewhere outside the hand. Inhale, right foot steps forward, lift the heart. Exhale, fold, bowing towards the legs. Bending your knees, inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, standing tall in mountain pose. And take a resting breath in. Resting breath out. Again, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, table or lower to the floor, knees and hips. Inhale, Cobra Pose, pulling back. Exhale from the core, Downward Dog or Puppy Dog, your choice again. And breathe deep. So if you're in Puppy Dog, come back to Table Pose. On an inhale, lift the right leg, bend the knee. Exhale, knee to right shoulder, rounding your back. And repeat twice more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee towards the right shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to shoulder, around the back. One more lift on the inhale. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Lower your left knee to the floor. You can place a pillow or fold the edge of the mat over for padding. If you have yoga blocks at home, feel free to take your hands onto yoga blocks. I don't have blocks here either today. We'll take an inhale to bend the right knee. And then exhale, lean back towards your left heel. Try to straighten that front leg. And repeat. Inhale, bend the knee. And exhale, leaning back. 3 more to go. Inhale, lunging. Lift the head at the end. Exhale, try to straighten the leg, contracting quadriceps. And a few more to go. And last one. So straightening the leg, we'll fold forward over it and hang out for 5 breaths. You can flex the toes to the shin and engage the front of the thigh. If your lower back hurts here, try bringing the hands further back under your shoulders. Use yoga blocks or simply bring your hands up to your waist. Work with that neutral spine connection, hinging at the hip. Two more breaths. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bend that right knee just over the ankle. Tuck your left toes under, connect with your core. And then with an inhale, pick up your left knee. Good. And then we'll lift the arms up. On your next exhale, twist to the right, arms out to the sides. Inhale up through center. And then exhale, twisting to the right, bending the knees a little more if you can. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, twisting to the right. And once more, inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the right, and then take the left hand down to the yoga block or to the floor under your shoulder, right arm up to the sky, and breathe. Try to load up the right buttocks, all the while turning the right chest open. And find what feels right. On the exhale, lower the right hand, and then step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, so you can stay in down dog or do this in table. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, rounding your back. Inhale, lift the leg again. And exhale, push through the hands, strong in the core. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, once more. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, stepping outside of that left hand. And you can drop the right knee, fold the edge of the mat over for extra padding. Use a cushion, whatever you have available. And explore. Inhale to bend the front knee. Exhale, lean back, try to straighten the leg. Again, inhale, bend the knee, lunging. Exhale, lean back, straightening the leg as much as you can comfortably. And do a few more like that. And then next time you lean back, try to straighten the leg, and we'll pause there for 5 breaths. So maybe you're keeping the heart up. Maybe you're taking your hands to blocks or to the floor if you're a bit looser. If your hands are on your hips, you can try to hinge at the hip. Feel free to take one or both hands down, wherever you can reach. and breathe. Three more breaths. And then bending that left knee just over the ankle. Press down through the base of the right toes and then lean back a little bit. We have the feet about hip width or even a little bit wider, can work really well. Tension your core and then slowly pick up the right knee. You may need to step a little bit closer to find your balance here. With an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, arms out to the sides, twist to the left. Inhale, come up through center, lift the arms. And repeat. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, rise up. 3 more to go. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist. Bend your back knee. And then take that right hand to the yoga block or the floor. Left arm comes up and breathe. So this pose has elements of a twist as well as a side plank. Spread the fingers and push through the whole right hand. And you could be extra strong in the right side of the core. On your next exhale, look down, lower the left hand, and then step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, step your feet back a bit. Exhale, come all the way to the floor, knees and hips down. And then bring the arms out, bend the elbows like cactus branches, and bring your heels together, bending the knees. Inhale, lift the arms away from the floor, lift the knees a little bit, and breathe there. See if you can feel the upper back engaging. If the neck hurts at all, you might keep the head neutral. Slight tuck of the chin. And exhale down. Rest that left forearm on the floor off to the side. Wiggle your torso a little bit over to the right, and then try rolling over onto your left side. Stretching into the left chest. You may find it nice to place a yoga block underneath your head. If it's comfortable to keep the head up, you can stick with that, lifting the right arm up to the sky. This is intended to be a really nice opening for the chest and also an opportunity to engage between the shoulder blades. And then come back to center. We'll bring the right forearm to the floor. Bring it as far out to the right as you can, bending the elbow about 90 degrees. And then we'll roll over onto the right shoulder. You can support yourself on those left fingers. Maybe take the left foot behind you. It's also the option to lift the left arm up. And breathe, stretching into the right chest. And then slowly come back to the center. Bring your legs together now. And then bring your hands close to your chest. Now the hands are just a little bit away from the ribs. See how far back you can bring your hands. Lift the shoulder heads away from the floor, engaging the upper back. And try to keep the lower palms on the floor. So if it feels like too much, you may have taken the hands too far back. Take the hands a little further forward in that case and try to stay on the lower palms. Inhale, lift the shoulder heads, straighten the legs, and try to lift them, pressing the legs together as much as you can comfortably. And we'll take 5 breaths total. That's already 2. Start to push into your hands and pull back to your hips. 3, 4, and 5. Resting the forehead on your hands, slight tuck of the chin, relax down. And you're welcome to bring the legs a little further apart. Big toes can touch. And then looking forwards, bring the hands towards your lower back, towards the back of the pant line. If it's available, you can interlace the fingers. If that's difficult, you can just pretend, or you can hold a strap in between your hands. Lift the shoulder heads away from the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades, and lift everything up for 5 breaths. That's already 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale down. Hands under your shoulders and push back into puppy stretch this time. So the pelvis is just above the knees. From there you can walk the hands a little further forward. Just go nice and easy, bit by bit. And then try taking the forearms to the floor, head to the floor. And then keep walking the hands further forward. Try to keep the elbows close to the head. And breathe. Relaxing into this posture. Take some really deep breath. You may feel a little bit of opening in the chest or the shoulders, especially around the lats, the outer armpits. If you'd like to feel more, there's different options. You might explore bringing the palms together and wiggling the elbows a little bit further forward, and then engage the core of the body. A few more breaths. And then inhale, slowly come on up. So take the hands about shoulder width apart, toes touching, knees wide. And as we plant the hands, we'll bring the right arm up on an inhale, just like side plank. As you exhale, thread the needle, bending your arms, reaching through. Again, inhale, right arm up, open the chest. Exhale, thread the needle, reaching through. Do this about 3 more times at your own pace. And then next exhale, thread through, reach your right hand way over to that left side, and then lean forward a little bit towards that right shoulder. Press the back of the hand into the floor to activate that shoulder, and then you might walk the left fingertips forward. So the arm is by the ear, and then keep turning left chest open. Try engaging the right side of the core by hiking up the right hip. And that creates a bit more space along the left side, between the left hip and the armpit. Try to really stretch that space between the hip and the armpit. And then slowly bring that left hand in. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Open your chest up. And we'll take a few breaths in this pose, stacking the shoulders. Make some big circles in that right shoulder. Forward by the ear and back by the hip. And then come back to center, lowering the right hand. Inhale, left arm out to the side, opening the chest. Exhale, thread the needle, bending your arm to reach through. And continue, slow, gentle movement. Last one. And exhale, threading through. Pause at a sweet spot. And breathe. So you can actively push the back of the left hand into the floor, activating left shoulder. And try to engage that left side of the core. From there, you might walk the right fingertips forward as far as possible. Lengthening right side while contracting through the left side. One more breath. And exhale, bring the right hand back just under the shoulder and left arm up on the inhale. So try to stack your shoulders over your hand and then big circles in that top arm. And then lowering the hand down. Back to table pose. Spread the left fingers wide, and we'll bring both feet over to the left side. So your left foot's going to come off the mat a bit. Straighten the right leg, and with an inhale, reach the right arm up. Try to stack your shoulders, and you can just hang out there, opening the chest. If you can find some strength in the back of your right leg, you might start to open up a little bit more like a back bend. You can really feel your way through the movement. And then back to the center. Switching sides. From table, we'll take both feet off to the right. Left leg straightens near the back corner of the mat. And then inhale to lift the left arm, stacking shoulders, or open up into a bit of a back bend. And then slowly lower the hand, come back to the center. Sit back onto your heels in a toe squat, pushing down through the base of the toes. If that's too much, you could lift your hips up like camel pose instead, and then roll the shoulders up and back. From there, we'll interlace the fingers. So you could have your little fingers sticking out, thumbs out. The rest of the fingers are interlaced. And then we'll push through the edge of the hand as we bring the forearms to the floor. Elbows are just a little bit wider than the head, not much. It's common to overestimate how wide your head is. So we'll push through the forearms, push through the wrist, and lift your hips up. Explore bending the knees out to the sides. Try to stay strong in the core of the body, drawing your hips back. Pressing the knees towards the shoulders, even though the feet are on the floor. So we're flexing in the hip, yet engaging in the core, in the abdominals. And take a few more breaths. And exhale, come down. Sit back into the wide-legged child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide. You could stack your fists and support your forehead. If you're a little bit looser, you might take the head to the floor. And if you need more space for your knees, you're welcome to turn to the side of your mat, taking the knees as wide as they'll go. And we'll hang out with a little bit of length on the inner thigh muscles. So just a little stretch is all we're looking for. Be where it feels good. Incorporate a slight tuck of the chin, getting long through the back of the neck. And then slow your breath down. Deep breath through the nose. And then to come out a bit, stay on with the core. Slowly lift your head. Bring the hands a little bit closer to your knees and then push into them, bringing the knees closer together. From there, we'll bring the feet out in front for the seated version of windshield wipers. So take the hands about half a foot behind you or so, bend your knees, bringing the heels just in front of your sitting bones, and then go side to side with the knees. And you might feel a bit of stretch in the chest as well as the hips. And then we'll meet in the center. So you can rest your legs on the floor, bring your feet a little closer to the pelvis if you can. And we'll take that right leg up for the cradle rock stretch, making little circles in the right hip. So you can start by holding on to the ankle. Just making big circles in that hip joint. You might feel the stretch in the back of the leg. You might feel a bit of stretch in the hip, especially if you come a little more towards the left side across the midline. And if you are a bit looser, go ahead and try taking your foot into your left elbow crease, pushing the edge of the foot against the forearm to keep your ankle stable. So that's going to help you keep the stretch mostly in the hip joint. And go side to side. We could just do this all day. It's really great opening for the hips and preparation for other postures. Good. And now we'll bring the right foot outside of the left leg. Half lower to the fish's twist. If your left leg needs to stay straight, that's fine as well. And then take a breath in, lifting the heart. Exhale, pull the right hand away from the left hand, twisting. Inhale, hand to knee, and repeat. Exhale, imagine pulling back on a bow and arrow. 3 more to go. Inhale, hands to knee. Exhale, pull back with the right arm. Following the hand with your eyes, 2 more to go. Gazing over that hand. And the next time you pull back, we'll hold the pose. You can stay there, squeezing the shoulder blade. There's also the option to try half or full bind, taking the right hand behind the back, maybe holding the back of the shirt or even the left hip if that's possible. And breathe. There's also the option to bring the left arm more outside of the leg so the whole forearm is on the outer thigh. And try to press the arm and leg into each other in that variation. 3 more breaths. Inhale, center. Exhale, take hold of that right foot again, and then imagine picking up the phone, drawing the leg back. So you could stay there if you already feel a stretch. If you need to feel more, take your thumb underneath your right calf, and then you push the calf up to the sky. Bring the leg more over the shoulder. And most of these poses are endless. I'll draw the line right there, though. Nobody needs to have their leg behind their head today. Maybe tomorrow. And then inhale, release the pose. Take the right foot to the floor, and then catch hold of your left foot with your right hand, and make circles with that left hip joint. Big circular movements. So you can push the outer edge of the foot into your hand, or you can push it into your forearm if you're sliding the foot into your elbow crease. The idea there is to keep the ankle stable so that the movement is around the left hip. Aside from that, no more rules. Let's explore, see what feels good. And then we'll bring that left foot outside of the right thigh. Right leg could remain bent, or you can straighten it, your choice. And then we'll hold on to that left knee with both hands. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, follow the left hand into a twist. Inhale, center, touch the hands. Exhale, twist, gazing over that hand. And a few more to go with your breath. The nice thing about this pulling back action is it helps us find the right kind of contraction in the left shoulder blade for a twist. So it squeezes into the middle back. And we get this really great twist coming from the obliques, the abdominal core. We'll hang out on the next one. So pull back. You can stay there. Option 2, half or full bind, taking the left hand behind the back towards the right hip, with the option of also bringing the entire right arm outside of the thigh. And breathe deep. If you felt you got more of the previous variation, self-demotion is good in yoga. So feel free to return to the previous one. 3 more breaths. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, release the pose. Bring your feet in front of you. Hands back about half a foot. It's going to be a bit more pressure on the wrist if your fingers are aiming at the front of the mat, so it requires a bit more flexibility. Feel free to turn your hands out to the side as an alternative. And with the feet about hip width, roll your shoulders up and back. Just imagine you were squeezing a beach ball in between your thighs. Wouldn't that be nice? And then exhale, lift your hips up. Inhale, slowly bring it down. Again, exhale, hips up. Inhale, slowly come down. 3 more to go. Contracting the buttocks, try to keep the legs parallel. Let's hold this last one. So keep the hips up and then explore bending the knees a little bit more and then a little bit less, going forward and back. And then we'll bend the knees, coming all the way down. Bring your legs out in front. Hands on the thighs, take a breath in. Exhale, shoulders forward, tuck the chin, strong in the core. Slowly start to lay down, and then come back up on the inhale. And we'll keep the head and shoulders up the whole time. Exhale, slowly roll down a little. Inhale, come up. 3 more to go. Try to work from the core. You can also root down through the heels, engaging the backs of the thighs for extra support. 2 more. And then come all the way down. Ooh. Rest the back of the head on the floor, and then place the feet on the floor, a little bit wider than the hips. And take a moment to feel the breath. You can literally feel it with your hands on your upper belly, touching the tips of the fingers. Try breathing deeply through the nose. And then taking the hands a little further apart, away from the midline, try to feel the sides of the ribs. And see if you can feel the sides of the belly and the sides of the ribs expanding together, with a little bit of engagement in the abdominals, not very much. It can be so subtle you don't even know you're doing it. And then we'll do a little bit of Vinyasa. Legs parallel, about hip width. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the hips up. And then exhale, slowly lower the spine and the arms together. If that's too much, you can move only the arms or only the legs, your choice. Otherwise, inhale, lift arms and hips together. Exhale, slowly come down. Try to keep the legs parallel through the whole movement. 3 more to go. And if you're set up close to your plants, I've been told that it's good to touch your plants. It helps stimulate the natural environment, like a windy breeze or like a little squirrel or something, a woodland creature. It's good for their growth. We actually repotted our monstera yesterday. We have no idea if we did it right. Time will tell. And then next exhale, come all the way down. This time we'll keep our hands by our hips. Inhale, lift the hips up, lift your chest, and then try wiggling the arm bones a little closer to each other behind the back. The key is to move from the upper arm bones, the humerus. The forearms, we don't really care. You could hold on to the edges of your mat, work from the humerus, and squeeze the shoulder blades. All the while, try to tear the mat apart with the hands. And this has the effect of engaging abductor muscles in the shoulder, imitating the kind of contractions you get from expensive gym equipment. But it's free. It's at home. Isn't that amazing? I was never much of a gym person myself. Just prefer yoga and running around outside. And then next exhale, come down. And take a moment to feel the residue. Bring your arms out to the sides and windshield wiper, side to side, moving the hips. And as the knees go one way, you can turn the head the other way, giving a little stretch into the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Shavasana is so close you can almost taste it. And then take both knees to the left side. You can pause there. Option 2, left ankle on the outside of the right thigh bone, using it to press the right thigh gently towards the floor. And breathe. One more breath. And then slowly come back to center and take the knees to the other side, feet as wide as the mat. You could hook the right ankle on the outer left thigh as an option. And breathe. And then very slowly come back to the center. Center the pelvis on the mat. Press your sacrum into the floor. So that's the area around the back of the pant line. And then draw your knees in towards your shoulders. As you exhale, lift the sacrum, drawing the knees closer to the shoulders. The hips can come off the ground. As you inhale, press the sacrum down. Again, exhale, knees towards shoulders, sacrum comes up. And then inhale, slowly bring it down. Do a few more like that. Knees can be wide apart. And then draw the knees towards the shoulders. You can let the sacrum stay up. Either hold that pose or come into happy baby, catching the feet. Maybe you're holding the shins, whatever you can easily reach. And try to draw the knees towards the floor outside of the rib cage. You're welcome to gently rock side to side, drawing one knee down, then the other. Or pause in the stillness in the center, drawing both knees down. And then crossing the ankles, engage your abs gently, tuck the chin, come up to a sitting position, try to rock up. And we'll bring the feet about 1.5 feet in front for Tortoise Pose. You can reach your hands underneath your legs or you can reach hold for the feet. And then relax your core, relax your shoulders, and take an inhale to press your elbows towards your pelvis. So this engages the lats under your armpits. And then exhale, relax, coming forward, bow the head down, and let the back of the spine stretch out. Let the chin drop down towards the chest. Let the pose be passive. About 5 more slow breaths. I'll leave you in silence, and I'll guide you again in 5 breaths from now. So close your eyes, go inwards, try to slow your breathing. And inhale, slowly lift your head. Exhale, lay down onto the back. We'll make our way into relaxation, shavasana, resting the arms by the sides. We'll take about 5 minutes of rest, which will give us time for a little more than 5 minutes of meditation. we'll start to come back to the body now. Wiggle toes and fingers, ankles and wrists. Turn the chin from shoulder to shoulder. And with the head centered, long inhale, reaching back. Long exhale there, point the feet, ground the heels. And then take another breath in to reach back, hooking the thumbs. And long exhale, wrap the arms around the legs, bending the knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. And gently rock side to side, massaging your back. And then rolling over to one side, right arm can reach back for support. And then pressing off the left hand, slowly come up. And we'll meet in a comfortable sitting position. If you have a prop you like to put underneath your seat, like a meditation cushion or a thick book, go for it. If your hips are super open, you can simply sit on the floor. And we'll do a couple slow breaths with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Use the right hand, index finger, middle finger, tuck into the palm. And then take your thumb over your right nostril, closing it. The two free fingers can lightly touch the left nostril. And then breathe in through your left at the count of 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep on going. Right up to the heart. 1. And then switching sides, just barely open the right nostril. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2. And 1. Totally empty. And then inhale right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And switching sides, exhale through the left as slowly as possible. And then resting your right hand down, breathe through both nostrils. And I welcome you to let go of any control over the breath. Rest your tongue behind your top teeth. Eyes can be closed, or you can keep them open, gazing at a point on the floor just in front of you. That helps us stay a little bit more alert in meditation. And we'll take a few minutes to sit in silence, then I'll bring you out. Just noticing the feeling of the breath moment to moment. Noticing any sensations in the body. And then take a moment for gratitude. Could be gratitude towards a simple gesture that someone's done for you, or something that happened in your day today. And my gratitude is for you, for your support over these last 9 months, 10 months, whatever it's been, ever since pandemic started. So thank you very much. Peace, everybody. Thanks for practicing, and see you on the mat soon.